Hello, I'm Colleen Holder and this is Let's Talk Tobago. Today we're coming to you from the Mount Irvine Bay Hotel and Golf Club located on the northwestern coast of the island. It's set amidst former sugar and coconut plantations overlooking the Caribbean Sea. This place has all the charm of expansive accommodation in a lush tropical Caribbean setting. We'll tell you a bit more about this hotel and golf club after we tell you what's happening in our stories this week. Tobago gets financial help to build more homes, lessons on boosting business confidence on the island, and access to local produce as well as consistent supply. A farmer's market is coming to a village near you.
Sit Tobago, ready to provide your community with the highest degree of professional services in emergency response. Contact Sit Mariah at 660-0065 or Sit Speyside at 660-6096. Sit 24-hour services, emergencies, medical or other. Sit Pro, the new face of emergency management.
Welcome back. You're viewing Let's Talk Tobago and we're at the Mount Irvine Bay Hotel and Golf Club, a place with 105 rooms and an adjoining 18-hole golf course, which was voted the Caribbean's best golf resort in 1994. Before then, back in 1969, the golf club was selected to host one of the tournaments in a film and television series known as Shell's Wonderful World of Golf. It also hosted the Johnny Walker International Pro-Am. It's said the course was designed by the late Commander John D. Harris, but not everyone on this island is so lucky. Many only dream of creating a place to call their own. Well, today, a home completion subsidy can help. It benefits from funds which are provided by the Inter-American Development Bank to central government. Tobagonians too can tap into that agreement. Just about $500,000 will be made available to this island for subsidies, repairs, construction and home purchase. Davia Chambers tells us more.
So you own land, but don't have enough money to build a home. Or maybe you want to purchase a home and still can't afford it. Well, there's a solution, as the Division of Settlements and Labor has accessed $3 million to beef up their home construction program, the Beneficiaries Owned Land Program, which has been on hold for many years.
This program, which is a home completion subsidy, is a simpler version and less cumbersome version of the same program, where the registrants would have to have land that they legally owe, rent or lease, in order to take part in this program, which we are catering for the lower income applicants.
Being able to receive money to begin building your own home is something that any Tobagonian will be happy to hear.
Most Tobagonians love to build their own houses, and a lot of Tobagonians own property more so than other people in other areas, and they would prefer to build their houses, and we are here to give them the legs up. We are going to start them off, and they would have to complete it.
But just how much could an applicant whose household income does not exceed $84,000 per year receive?
One good thing about the IDB funding is that it would be able to assist people with more money, up to $50,000 for home construction or purchase of a home. So, I think it would basically do very well with actually helping out the fund, helping us out in terms of, spreading the funds across the board.
The division believes Tobagonians will take advantage of this program because it takes them one step closer to becoming home owners. I'm Davia Chambers for Let's Talk Tobago.
Both the public and private sectors in Tobago are determined to see this island's economy grow and prosper, and they're taking action that will ensure future generations also benefit. They turned up in large numbers to attend the 7th Annual Business Conference. This year's seminar focused on looking at ways in which Tobago can finance its future projects and diversify the economy. Omadara Mills tells us more.
The owner and manager of local business Dominion Security, Vern Joseph, is one of the many local business owners who came together to learn about the economic and financial conditions of the island. He says that the idea of teamwork is one of the important lessons he'll take away from the conference.
What stood out for me is the collaboration. One of them is the collaboration with other business people and the wow effect that you must give our visitors to this island. And also, we cannot develop a tourism product and treat the employees as second class. We must put something in place to at least let the employees feel they are part of the process.
Businesses aren't the only ones soaking up the experience. FITIA speaker Professor Compton Bourne says that this may just be one of the financial strategies which the THA can use to diversify and grow the island's sectors.
Public-private sector partnerships are important in that so long as you can identify a private source that can bring the initial funding for the projects, you can ease the financing pressures on the government, so you can deliver on certain investment projects, particularly the infrastructure area.
The marketing officer at Eastern Credit Union, Antoinette Alexander Craig, says that it's important for financial representatives to attend conferences such as these.
As long as we are abreast with the needs of what Tobagonians want or how we can help them in terms of financially, being in a conference like this can give us the direction, give us the drive, us the type of markets we need to target so that we can be of assistance.
And the manager of Real Jig Publishing, Derry Trotman, says that the conference allows businesses to look at the entire economic picture of the island.
Being here today, you really get to recognize some of the potential that is on the table. Some of the ideas that they're about to undertake in terms of the development. And you kind of get a hands-on as to how to better plan for your strategy going forward in terms of making sure that it is within sync of the holistic development of Tobago.
The event was hosted by the Division of Finance and Enterprise Development as part of its Finance Week. I'm Umudara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
Construction started in early January with the aim of improving access to businesses and providing residents with a safe passage to and from their homes. And if all goes according to plan, by next month, pedestrians in Roxborough will no longer have to dodge traffic because they'll have a new sidewalk. Let's find out more from one of the engineers.
There'll be some issues with material. Now we're in the rainy season, coming out of the rainy season, so weather is also an issue when you're pouring concrete.
But overcoming challenges is important, and so that's what they're doing. Come the end of the year, the village of Roxborough will have a completed sidewalk from the corner of the road leading to Argyle Waterfall to the MP gas station.
The basic purpose was to widen the road and cover the box drain that we are standing on. So a sidewalk was built, providing a safety measure for pedestrians walking on the street.
This facilitates accommodation for pedestrians and ensures safety, mobility, and hopefully enhanced communities. The workers are currently busy completing the pillars for the sidewalk and should be finished within the next 3 weeks. So come the beginning of December, residents in the area would no longer have to walk on the streets. And it's something that this worker is delighted to be a part of.
Yeah, like for the local school children and them, like who get wheelchair and older heads and things.
But Roxborough isn't the only community in the east benefiting from development programs. Residents who utilize the road from Delaford to Charlotteville and back will soon have a retaining wall on Kings Bay Road. Therefore, this road will be wider.
This retaining wall started last year, September. It runs in length about 800 feet. It's basically an extension of the road, and also it prevents the erosion of the road that was taking place and also the slippage of the road.
The retaining wall is expected to be completed at the end of this year. I'm Davia Chambers for Let's Talk Tobago.
It's time to take a break, but coming up, we'll tell you what's being done to make fresh fruits and vegetables more readily available to consumers. You're viewing Let's Talk Tobago. Thanks for staying with us at the Mount Irvine Bay Hotel and Golf Club. Right now, we're in the Jacaranda restaurant, which gets its name from the Jacaranda acutifolia, or the fern tree. This particular fern originates in Brazil and grows to a height of about 40 feet. It produces a bluish-purple flower that's bell-shaped, a great addition for a hotel and golf club located in the capital of paradise. And that provides us with a perfect segue to our next story, which deals with agriculture. Now, World Food Day is a call to action of sorts to ensure the hungry are fed and systems are in place to feed future generations. But here in Tobago, that day has inspired another activity which can strengthen the agricultural sector on this island.
Cassava, sweet potato and sorrel. These are some of the food crops which farmer and the president of the Tobago Agricultural Society, Owen Dillon, will be able to supply to the farmers' market, a daytime activity coming out of World Food Day. It's seen as an initiative which will encourage farmers to increase their output.
It is an opportunity for the farmers to expand their production. The thing about most Tobago farmers, they plant small quantities. So when this crop is finished, you have to wait for the next crop. If you know about you have a consistent market, a steady market for the supply, it gives you the opportunity to plant a larger acreage, and plant on a more consistent basis.
The event will see farmers from different agricultural districts bringing their produce to a specific location for customers to buy them. Mr. Dillon, who's a farmer since 1977, says he knows that people will appreciate locally grown foods.
Most of the housewives love the local produce. It's considered much safer. Once we have a consistent supply of farmers produce, the local housewife want to find the market wherever it is. From my past experience, I can tell you that. The housewife love the local produce and they want to find where it is. And once there's an outlet, the farmers have the opportunity to produce more.
The initiative will start off in the Goldsboro Bell Garden Agricultural District before Christmas, after which the moving market will go around to the 7 other agricultural districts on the island. I'm Omadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
The definition of education has evolved. It's more than just learning to read and write and the formal classroom lessons. It encompasses holistic development, which includes extracurricular activities, sports and music. The education sector in Tobago understands this and has been distributing steel pans to schools across the island. Here's how that's working out.
Some of our well-known arrangers and panmen are known to be terrific pan players, but they aren't music literate. With these brand new instruments given to Plymouth Anglican, Montgomery Government and Bright Gems Early Childhood Center, it's the goal of the Multicultural Unit of the Division of Education, Youth Affairs and Sport to ensure that every child can read notes and play the instruments exceptionally well.
We cannot be panmen and not musically literate. So the objective is we're going to create literate musicians. We're going to create professionals. We're going to create innovators. We're going to create a whole new cadre of entertainers using the instrument, the steel pan, as a medium. I think that is the objective, right? It's a profession in itself. And we are saying, let's start with these kids. Let's start at this level. Right? We have too many panmen who are excellent players, but when a score is thrown in front of them, we have a problem with that.
But this isn't just the goal for the division. Principals too share the same vision.
We are hoping that before they leave us, because they are with us for only 2 years, so we are hoping that those who are spending the last year with us, we're going to introduce it to them so they are going out fully prepared into the primary school.
Music education on the whole teaches skills and promotes values that lead to personal development, such as self-discipline, dedication, teamwork, self-confidence, and practice.
But those who will actually be using the pans, the students, are eager to begin music classes.
I am very happy and I'm excited to learn wonderful things.
I find you should take every opportunity you have and do it.
Both Plymouth Anglican and Montgomery Government received 14 pieces of steel pan instruments, while Bright Gems Early Childhood Center received 2 tenor pans with pan sticks. The Multicultural Unit has been distributing steel pan instruments to schools across the island as part of its policy of exploring the steel band culture. I'm Davia Chambers for Let's Talk Tobago.
Whether it was an abstract painting with bold colors or a detailed depiction of the iguana, high school students in Tobago made it difficult for the judges. 12 of the pieces they submitted for the second annual Secondary Schools Art Competition will be chosen for the 2014 edition of the Chief Secretary's calendar. You'll have to wait until next month to find out who the winners are. But here's Omadara Mills with a preview of some of the pieces.
58 pieces laid before 3 judges for this year's Secondary Schools Art Competition. And after deliberating for just over 3 hours, the judges finally came out with the pieces for the 2014 calendar. Head judge for a second time, Wilcox Morris, talks about what he observed during the judging process.
We had a lot more in terms of the heritage, and there were pieces that clearly had a distinction over last year's pieces. So I was happy to see that taking place. I was happy to see that students were paying strict attention to design, color, composition.
It is the first time local artist Nazim Bash is judging the competition. He says that he's impressed with both the quantity and the quality of the pieces submitted, and this made judging more challenging.
Personally, I looked for a piece that had impact, that had what we would call like a degree of difficulty in terms of technique and so on. And yeah, we had a lot of good pieces to that effect.
The competition does not have a theme, an element similar to last year, so that the students are able to submit pieces based on their own imagination. One of the judges, Wesley Nichols, says that this is a good way for the students to further develop their creativity.
I think freedom of expression is so very important, and I think as children growing up, the art of storytelling and being able to imagine and to dream and being able to translate this into this particular type of forum is something that we need to have more of.
The 2014 calendar unveiling and awards ceremony for the competition will be held at Gulf City Mall, Lowlands. I'm Omadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
We're taking another break, but stay with us for a culinary journey from the Tobago Hospitality Institute to Restaurant Week on this island. Thanks for staying with us on Let's Talk Tobago. You're viewing the Mount Irvine Bay Hotel and Golf Club's second dining space, the Sugar Mill Restaurant and Bar. You can enjoy its open-air, breezy and casual atmosphere for breakfast, lunch or dinner. The restaurant is built around a 200-year-old tower that was once a windmill on the 17th century sugar and coconut plantation. The bar is built into the tower itself, which is made of coral limestone blocks. It's the centerpiece of this restaurant. So we've given you a history of this place, but here's something we also know. It's long been acknowledged that the practical element of learning is important to the development of students. It's believed this boosts their confidence and improves their ability to compete in the job market. This is even more important in the service industry, and is perhaps the reason the Tobago Hospitality and Tourism Institute, the THTI, conceptualized a program known as Students' Dinners. This provides their students with an opportunity to work in a professional restaurant setting. Omadara Mills picks up this story.
This empty room in the day is a space which transforms into this, a culinary-themed atmosphere during the night for the THTI's student dinners, an essential part of the dining experience which is done by the students themselves. In charge of coordinating the front of house activities and the decorations on this night is Maitre D. Maxine Lovelace, who is pursuing her associate degree in culinary arts.
My team was French, European. I had to decorate to the team. So this is what I came up with, because French people, European people are formal. So I decided to go with black and white for that purpose.
This evening, diners have a 4-course menu. For this French-European night, their options include French onion soup with Parmesan cheese, seafood puff on a bed of fresh greens, rack of lamb marinated with rosemary and served with couscous, and pina colada gâteau. One of the student chefs, Lorenzo Scotland, says he likes the real-life component of his course.
It's a great opportunity for students to learn, more like on-the-job training kind of stuff. So, yeah, they could learn much more things here than they'll learn in a classroom session.
The food and beverage service lecturer, Debbie Joseph, says that at the dinners, the students are able to gain confidence in all the different areas associated with running a fine dining restaurant and add them to their culinary portfolio.
Actually, it's one of the only courses, the only course, where the students come have a one-on-one contact with John public. It is the only course that presents this. So they're able to give quality service to the customers, and the fantastic thing about this course is that they're able to get feedback.
As part of their education, the students decorate and prepare meals for 8 dinners and can serve anywhere from 40 to 75 persons per night. Other international cuisine themes which are done are Caribbean, American and Asian. I'm Umudara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
Let's stay with the food theme a while longer. This time we'll tell you about an event that involves fine dining at discounted prices. It's known as Restaurant Week, something that's relatively new to Tobago and our sister isle. The event has been successful the world over, but for 10 days from November the 8th to the 17th, this island got its chance. As Davia Chambers tells us, the plan was simple. Decide where you would like to eat, check the listing to see if the restaurant is participating, then choose from 4 price categories. Divine at $400, Delectable $300, Savory $200 and Scrumptious $120. Sounds affordable, right? Well, that's the point.
The economy is in recovery mode, and people continue to be cautious and picky with their spending. But with this 10 days of culinary celebrations, it's feasible to actually dine out. Leading restaurants offer a menu with fixed prices, with discounts as much as 30% thanks to Restaurant Week. El Pescador, located in Buku, is participating, and it's listed in the Divine category.
That's my food, it's divine. People try it, that's it. I specialize in seafood. So one of our specialties is lobster, that we have in 2 ways. One Mediterranean style with saffron and white wine, and the second one is local style with coconut, reduced in a coconut sauce.
Chef Larios is happy that restaurants on the island are partaking in the event because it creates an opportunity for the restaurant to grow and broaden its range of customers.
Well, I expecting to get some more customers and to be able to be more exposed. That this is the whole idea of the Restaurant Week.
Restaurant Week was conceptualized as a way of increasing business for restaurants. The idea is that although they offer reduced prices, the restaurants gain because of increased sales volume. The other Tobago-based restaurant participating is La Cantina Pizzeria. They're listed in the savory category. It's hoped that this signature event places this island, but more importantly Tobago, on the international culinary map. I'm Davia Chambers for Let's Talk Tobago.
Blue food is to Tobago as pasta is to Italy, but up until recently, no formal recipe book existed. If you didn't know how or knew someone who could guide you, then pulling off the perfect blue food meal amounted to a lucky guess. Izan Williams' chance changed that in October with the Taste of Tobago Blue Food Recipe Book. We're checking in on her to find out how it's faring since its launch.
Whether they're from Charlottesville, Lambo or Blackrock, many are hoping to enjoy cooking dashing recipes from the Taste of Tobago Blue Food Recipe Book by author Izan Williams' Chance. They took the opportunity to purchase the book, meet the author, and have a little chat about all things dasheen.
I think it's a wonderful idea to for a local to have this book documented, to have the recipes documented. It would showcase, well, if we don't have any ideas as to what to do with our product or dasheen, well, then we have it right here in this book.
Some bought several copies, while others cleared their schedule when they heard about the book signing.
First, I heard about it is on the radio on Tambourine, and I said, well, yes, I had to come to this because I love food, I love to cook. So I said, yeah, a local person doing it, yeah, I will enjoy it.
Sherry-Ann is already excited about trying one of the recipes.
I'm hoping to try out the ice cream for Christmas because that is something I'm really interested in, so I will enjoy doing that.
The author initially started off with 500 copies, and in the past 2 weeks they have been in high demand. Mrs. Williams-Chance says she's delighted with the reception of the recipe book so far.
I'm so elated. I'm very, very proud of myself and, the help of my family and so forth. It has really, really inspired me that it has reached so far and that people are welcoming it, leaving from all different parts of the world to be here to get a signed copy of the book.
And for those who missed the signing at the Resource Center West City Mall, Canaan, you can still get a copy of the book at several bookstores around the island. I'm Umadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
And it's time to have Your Say, the segment of our program where we hear from you, our viewers. From November 11th to the 15th, this island celebrated Finance Week, a series of events geared at reassessing Tobago's economic realities while exploring the island's financing solutions and partnerships. The architects say they also wanted to expose Tobago's youth to new and emerging business sectors and investment opportunities. So today we're asking, what lessons can be learned from our celebration of Finance Week? This is what you said.
One can learn how to develop and structure one's business, how to be an entrepreneur and make a best out of life.
Clearly, there needs to be something done to promote more of the persons who are involved in a lot of these particular entrepreneurial endeavors than what's being done right now.
I think Finance Week is a fantastic initiative because, of course, it doesn't just teach you about how to spend your money, but it teaches you about how to create money. And I think it's very important, not just for young people, but for people of all ages, to understand that creating a sustainable income is a lot more than simply having a 9 to 5.
I think investment is a key point that a lot of people can learn from Finance Week.
I think that people could definitely learn how to have better financial common sense, so to speak. So in other words, how to spend money, how to invest money, because a lot of people grow up thinking that the ideal thing is to go to work and you collect a salary, you buy a house, you do all that stuff, when in actuality you can learn a lot more and expand your financial knowledge.
And that's how we bring this week's edition of Let's Talk Tobago to a close. Do remember you can send us your comments to information@tha.gov.tt or visit us at www.tha.gov.tt. Like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Colleen Holder, and on behalf of all of us at the Department of Information, have a safe and enjoyable week. And as we go, we leave you now with some final scenes from the Mount Irvine Bay Hotel and Golf Club.